asked me to read Ezekiel 23, verse 20 to 21, if I'm correct.
Yes, exactly. He said you should read that portion of the Bible. So help us in reading.
I will read it, and then I have a passage in the Quran I will read on behalf of Shabir.
Well, Shamoun, that isn't very much necessary for now, and I think it is necessary as you head on. I'll be get to me, but read what actually he's saying for us. Read Ezekiel 23, verse number 20 and 21. Let us know after that if you have any Quranic passage that can debunk that idea.
And I want to ask him if he'll show this to his daughter.
Well, I think, just as I said, we are waiting for you to read the exact Bible passage Dr. Shabir read. So yes, you can ask him if he will show that Quranic passage or that Quranic reading to his children. That is that comes later.
Ezekiel 23, verse 20 to 21. And this is not original with Shabir, by the way. Ahmad Didat made this popular.
okay. We know for sure that there are Islamic gurus. Okay.
Ezekiel 23, verse 20 to 21. There she lusted after her lavers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emissions was like that of horses. So you longed for the lewdness of your youth, when in Egypt your bosom was caressed and your young breast fondled.
Okay, so that's exactly what is stipulated in Ezekiel 23, verse 20 and 21. Okay, you heard about breast, blah, 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 over there.
Shabir wants to throw this out for a shock effect. Basically, he thinks that Christians who read this passage will be shooken up. If that's the case, then he's going to have to toss out the Quran, because according to Allah in paradise, he'll have 70 huris, and this is the description.
Once again, I greet you, beloved, and I welcome you to Lawson Media. My name is Watcher Stephen. I know for sure that you've been introduced to several lot of ideologies in this world, and there are several of you watching this program. You are scholars, I'll be getting with me, and if you know more than I know about Islam, you know more than I know about Christianity, you know more than I know about apologetics and all that, but you are deeming it very much necessary to listen to me. May God richly bless you. Shout out to you wheresoever you're watching this program from. May God richly bless you. Make sure to help with your comments. Drop your comments under the comment section. Let us know your view about this program, and also drop your like. Make sure to like this program, and also help in sharing the program to a lot of people. Tag all of the Islamic channels for us. Surely we get into the second part of this discourse with this discourse that went on between Shamoun and Dr. Shabir. I'll be getting to him. We actually had the part of Dr. Shabir as section 1, and surely we're heading on to the section 2. Dr. Shabir threw certain challenges to Dr. Shamoun, and surely we're going to react on Shamoun's response to Shabir. Shall we take a quick break and return? Well, beloved, you welcome back. Surely, shall we go to Shamoun? Shamoun, Dr. Shabir actually said you should read Ezekiel 23, verse number, most especially 20 and 21. You get that? He said that there is some shocking news in this portion of the Bible, and surely even he is telling you that there is this children Bible. I've already disproven this idea in this first section, that there isn't any children's Bible. What do you say about this? Are you help us in reading this book he's talking about?
Asked me to read Ezekiel 23, verse 20 to 21, if I'm correct.
Yes, exactly. He said you should read that portion of the Bible. So help us in reading.
I will read it, and then I have a passage in the Quran I will read on behalf of Shabir.
Well, Shamoun, that isn't very much necessary for now, and I think it is necessary as you head on. I'll be getting to me, but read what actually he's saying for us. Read Ezekiel 23, verse number 20 and 21. Let us know after that if you have any Quranic passage that can debunk that idea. But you shouldn't just debunk that idea. You shouldn't introduce a Tukukui fallacy or Tukukui argument over here, because it's a logical fallacy. It is fallacious. Okay, the you also argument. Okay, we want you to disprove what actually Shabir lie pinpointed from the book of Ezekiel. Is it literal or is it figurative? Okay, should it be taken literal, or it should be taken figurative? It shouldn't go straight forward. It shouldn't be outright by saying, I have Quranic passage that can debunk this, what actually Shabir Allah is saying. If you do it outright like that, it will be like you've acceded to the fact that the Bible is, there is that raw sexual imagery in the Bible, and thus it's not helping children in their so-called children Bible. How we get to with me? So help us with reading it.
And I want to ask him if he'll show this to his daughter.
Well, I think, just as I said, we are waiting for you to read the exact Bible passage Dr. Shabir Allah read. So, yes, you can ask him if he will show that Quranic passage or that Quranic reading to his children. That is that comes later. That comes in later. Just read Ezekiel 23, verse number 20 and 21, and let us know for sure that it is something literal or it is something figurative, or what message is there in Ezekiel 23 verse 20 and 21. Though most of the times in a debate you do not get time for certain things, or certain things do not pop up on mind. Perhaps someone would do that, but maybe he's going to do this. Okay, so what next?
Ezekiel 23 verse 20 to 21. And this is not original with Shabir, by the way. Ahmad Didat made this popular.
Okay. We know for sure that there are Islamic gurus. Okay, there has been Islamic gurus, most especially Ahmad Didat. Okay, and according to Shamoun'S, this argument isn't original. That isn't what we're talking about. If it is original or it isn't original, it should be debunked. If it is debunked out of the system, that is exactly what we're looking for. And Muslims are not going to be clinging to the same argument on any other platform again. So we want the debunk. Okay, make sure to debunk it for us, so it cannot be debated anywhere. Again, I'll be getting on any other platform. So he says this argument isn't original. Okay, it isn't original. It isn't something new from Shabir Allah, but rather it is Ahmed Didat who produced it. That is Ahmed Didat made this popular. So what next? Please help us in reading Ezekiel 23, verse 20 and 21.
Ezekiel 23, verse 20 to 21. There she lusted after her lavers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emissions was like that of horses. So you longed for the lewdness of your youth, when in Egypt your bosom was caressed and your young breast fondled. Okay, so that's exactly what is stipulated in Ezekiel 23, verse 20 and 21. Okay, you heard about breasts, blah, 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 over there. So what does this scripture really tells us? Because I think with the continuation, we're going to see that Shamoun'S didn't bother himself to explain further. Okay, what actually Ezekiel 23, verse number 20, maybe it is due to his time. I hope you get with me. He didn't spend much time in explaining it to us or to let us. Okay, he didn't throw much light on Ezekiel 23, verse number 20 and 21. He didn't let us know for sure what actually it reads, or what the information the book of Ezekiel, most especially in this verse of the Bible, is putting across or putting forth. Well, what he just read is symbolical, beloved. Any Bible student knows this. I'll be get to him. If you're studying well the Bible, you get to know that what actually stipulated in Ezekiel, or whole of Ezekiel 23, the whole of the chapter is symbolical. I'll be get to me. The entire chapter is speaking of the unfaithfulness of the people of Israel. Okay, when they looked for help from the world and its idols, and not from God. I'll be get to me. So the whole of the book of Ezekiel 23, okay, the whole of that chapter is symbolical. It is speaking of Israelites. So it isn't literal breast, literal may have sexual relation or something like that. No, it isn't literal sexual imagery, but rather it's about, maybe I'm a Christian,
and I do not have that stronger faith in God, but sometimes I turn out to idols, I go to fetish priests and all that for help and all that, apart from my Bible, apart from God and all that will get to me. So spiritually, it's an adultery. All we get to me, it's spiritually to worship idols and all that, about committing adultery. All we get to me. So that's exactly what is depicted, or that's exactly the picture, the book of Ezekiel in chapter 23, verse number 20 and 21. Is trying to tell us. I'll be get to him. So it isn't something literal. It isn't something literal. So Shabir Alai, we would love for you to read also well the Bible. I'll be get to him because you are not familiar with most of the biblical passages. Well, what next?
Shabir wants to throw this up for a shock effect. Basically, he thinks that Christians who read this passage will be shooken up.
Yes, exactly. That's what the Shabir Alai is trying to do. Okay, he's trying to turn on this for shock effect. Okay, I think those that are into businesses, enterprises and all that, you know what's meant by shock effect and all that. I'm not going to explain this. How we get to him. So he says he wanted Shabir Alai wants to turn this on for a shock effect. Basically, he thinks that Christians who read this passage will be shocked enough. Okay, yes, if a person is very much naive, okay, if a person is now studying the Bible and they do not know or they don't have any idea about reading the Bible or studying the Bible, so they're going to be shocked. Okay, most especially people like Abraham Ben Moshe and co, they read the Bible literally, they do superficial studies on the Bible, and that's the exact reason they are arguing a lot outside there. They don't know what actually the biblical messages are. All we get to mean. That is it. So when you study the Bible, that is why we introduced to you hermeneutics and exegesis. All we get to mean. Do exegetical studies on biblical passages and apply hermeneutics, that biblical science of interpretation. That will help you a lot, and that will help you to know for sure that several lot of biblical interpretations that goes on social media platforms or in several many churches are very wrong. All we get to mean. That is the exact reason I always tell you that. Well, what next? Yes, he actually turned this on for a shock effect. What next?
If that's the case, then he's going to have to toss out the Quran, because according to Allah in paradise, he'll have 70 huris, and this is the description.
So Shamoun actually just went outright. He says he's going to pinpoint stuff from the Quran, and in the Quran too, there is this thing that is going to go on in heaven, and it's okay. Without the Quran, it is literal. Muslim men. Muslims are actually praying that someday they get to Jannah, they get to heaven. Okay, they get to the Islamic paradise. There they're going to be given huge genital organs. Okay, the men are going to be given great penises. I'll be getting with me. Great penises or sexual organs, and these sexual organs are very strong and they are great, gigantic to the extent that if Allah do not create new genital organ for women, or for the women, the 70 virgins, the hurus, okay, now surely they're not going to be able to receive these strong or gigantic genital organs from the men. Thus, Allah is going to give the women broad and wider and very nice, well-shaped, well-decorated sexual organ to the women, so that they can be able to receive the gigantic genital organ that is coming from the man. I hope you get to me. So that's exactly what's going to go on in Allah, in front of Allah. Okay, that's what's going to go on in front of Allah. And this is very much weird about a deity. Okay, so what about this? That this Bible, these Quranic passages doesn't come from Allah, right? But you claim that the Quran is the pure word from God. It is the pure word of Allah. You claim that the Quran is preserved on a tablet stone in heaven. Okay, thus, if that's your assertion is that if you read a book, okay, and you come across any sexual imagery and all that, it really means that that portion doesn't belong to God. God didn't reveal that portion, but rather maybe some people chipped into that book such portion. If that is the case, then these stuffs the Quran is revealing, okay, isn't from your Allah. some mere men also chipped into your Quran their own ideologies, and of course it must be Satan, because Muhammad was Muhammad was influenced by Satan. Satan caused Muhammad to produce Quranic verses that came from Satan himself. How we get to him? Those portions belong to Satan. That the Quran isn't the pure word of Allah. Okay, it isn't the pure word of God. So if that's the case, that's exactly what you mean. So, Shamoun, what next?
Surely, for the God-fearing awaits a place of security, gardens and vineyards and maidens with swelling breasts, like of age, and a cup overflowing. Would you read this to your daughter?
Okay, so he read this Quranic passage to Dr.Shabir okay, disproving, but I think it's a Tukokui argument. I'll be get to him. You also argument, and okay, fine. We take it like that. Shamoun should get time to explain much Ezekiel 23, verse number 20 and 21. But sometimes it happens that way. Look, considering the time you've been given, you cannot do lengthy explanation or interpretation. Maybe that's the exact reason he just read it outright, and he actually also consulted the Quranic passage that says weird stuff about sexual relations, sexual intercourse, and all that. We get to him. So he asked if Shamoun, Shabir will also read this to his children. Well, what next? Final part, then we end it up here.
Would you read this to your daughter?
Yeah, I think for sure he's not going to read this to his daughter. Well, that was Shamoun for you. I'll be get to him. So in the first section, we reacted on the portion of Dr.Shabir, and he placed certain questions for Shamoun to answer, and also Shamoun is also placing some questions for him, and surely he's debunked the ideology, though he employed the Tukokui argument. I'll be get to me, all because perhaps his time is limited. That is the exact reason maybe he did what he did. Well, I think it's a very educative debate. I'll be get to it. A very educative debate. Shamoun is what is it? Is very much informative man. He's very much educated, and also Shabir is also an informative man. He's very much educated. I'll be get to me, and they all knows both books. I'll be get to, but I think I would love for most of the Islamic apologists to study well the Bible, because if you're studying well the Bible, you would say goodbye to your Quran and cling to the Bible, because you know for sure that without the Bible, your Quran is worthless and it is useless as well, because you prove the authenticness of your Quran by the Bible, and the Bible doesn't even support that ideology. Well, greetings to everybody. Kosam of Toronto, Canada, Ghana House from Esther Nim, that is Samia Samoa, Mr. Edu of Toronto, Canada, Church of Christ. May God richly bless you for helping us in sharing this program. Help us with your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions, and your comments as well. And also Mr. Peter Polly, may God richly bless you for helping us in sharing this program. Drop your comments for us. Okay, let us know you watching this program and you're commenting as well. Brother Baini, may God richly bless you. You're a preacher in USA. May God richly bless you for your generosity. May God richly bless you. And everybody, most especially Nanaya for service and not affair. Brother Marcus of Junior, may God richly bless you. You help us a lot under the comment section there. Shall we meet up once again on Lost Media? Bye bye.
Hi.